Hi everyone, welcome back to Real Page of Patty. I'm your host Patty. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the exciting ruling from the Supreme Court on illegal immigration. So for the last 3.5 years, our country has been in serious trouble with millions of illegal immigrants pouring in through our southern border. And finally, there is some good news where the Supreme Court just yesterday on March 19th, 2024, ruled that a Texas immigration law can now go into place. So initially, law passed last December by the great Governor Abbott of Texas were supposed to go in effect on March 5th. However, it was legally challenged by the Justice Department. What a shocker. A very big department for justice, as we have seen. And civil rights groups that it is not constitutional for illegal immigrants to enter our country illegally, who are not Americans, who are not U.S. citizens, to now apparently have constitutional rights given to them that they can legally be here, although they are technically here illegally. Immigration law would allow state officials and law enforcement to be able to arrest illegal immigrants based on criminal trespassing and either give them an option to be arrested and go to jail or be deported, which means sent back over across the border where they came from. Ironically, Mexico has issued a statement they will not be accepting illegal immigrants back to Mexico. So they allowed them to pass through Mexico from other countries. They have sent people from Mexico directly across the border, but now they will apparently not take them back. What a shocker. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what this immigration law really means, battling the problem of illegal immigration, and an interesting twist in the story that occurred last night around 10 p.m. Now, this law would allow Texas law enforcement and state officials to be able to arrest illegal immigrants coming into our country illegally across the border. Under Joe Biden's administration, there have been millions of illegal immigrants pouring into our country. We do not know where they're coming from. We do not know who they are. We do not know their background, the history of crime, and now we are seeing violent attacks among illegal immigrants against Americans, and most importantly of all, that they are getting everything for free from our taxpayer money, including housing, food, health insurance, phone, debit cards, while Americans are struggling with inflation, with crime, with illegal immigrants occupying and invading our country, with homelessness, with the drugs pouring in from our southern border that are killing thousands of Americans every year. Yet, we still have a failed administration who, first of all, created the problem of allowing million illegal immigrants to enter our country, of course, on purpose, and someone such as a Vice President Kamala Harris, who's supposed to be in charge of the border. That is supposed to be her job. And instead of going to the border, she's going to abortion clinics. So we clearly see what the focus is of the administration. It is to ruin our country and let it rot from within with the invasion of our southern border of millions of illegal immigrants. Now, to further add to the problem, this administration is well known for gaslighting. They, for the first 3 years, said there was no border crisis, that there's not millions of illegal immigrants pouring into our country through the southern border, and then there is no problem. Now, they cannot continue anymore with this narrative because now we see millions of illegal immigrants in our country. We see them by the thousands in Democrat-led woke cities that are sanctuary cities where they're sleeping on sidewalks and occupying homeless shelters, not having enough room for the homeless, and most important of all, putting them in 5-star hotels, where recently they are protesting and unhappy that they are being moved to a 4-star hotel from a 5-star hotel in New York City, or making videos explaining how they're getting everything for free. With all of this evidence, they can now no longer suppress what they have created. So they are gaslighting people and flipping the script, and they are lying to the American public, stating that we Republicans do not want to take control of the border. All Republicans want to do is shut down the border and prevent illegal immigration. And all they want to do is keep it open so they have millions of illegal immigrants where they're using American taxpayer money to fund it for their own Democratic votes. This is the whole purpose of this, in addition to actually replacing us, replacing our jobs with illegal immigrants where we live, and trying to turn the country upside down, as of course anybody who actually pays attention and know what's going on knows that this is exactly what is happening. Illegal immigration is the biggest issue our country is facing right now. Inflation is number 2, but illegal immigration is number 1. We have millions of these people coming in here, and the governor of Texas created this law so people that are coming here illegally will actually be able to be taken and either sent back or arrested if they refuse to be sent back. For the last 3 years, in the state of Texas, many cities, counties, residents, true Texans have been dealing with this crisis. Governor Abbott has done a great job sending buses of illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities because they should want them. They are the ones who actually want them here. But unfortunately, Texas is the one who's actually dealing with this on every single day. So I'm so glad that now law enforcement and state officials will have the power to be able to arrest illegal immigrants if they refuse to leave on their own. And I hope this sets a precedent for other illegal immigrants because as we have seen, illegal immigrants are all coming in nice clothing with nice brand items. And of course, most important of all, with cell phones of social media. They have been making recordings, taking pictures, and videotaping everything, sending it to their friends and their families, or video calling them to show them what life in America is like for free. It's enticing to come across the border. Why wouldn't you if you're getting everything for free? Why wouldn't you live in New York City in a 5-star hotel, get all your meals taken care of, get a cell phone, have free health insurance, and just hang out all day long because you're not working? And if you will be working, which is unlawful, then you will take Americans' jobs. No problem there because Americans do not want to do these jobs, even though that is not true, as we have recently seen by the Tyson food brand. Now, while this is all amazing news that the law in Texas can now be applied and used by state officials and law enforcement against illegal immigration, with millions of people coming across the border for the last 3 years, there now has been a recent challenge. The appeals court panel has objected the Supreme Court's ruling, now sending it back again to the appeals court. So initially, Governor Greg Abbott, he signed it into law. Then it was challenged by appeals court. Then it went to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court is the highest justice court within the United States of America. But somehow now it's going back to the appeals court because they are not happy with Supreme Court's decision. Now, there are 3 judges there, 2 that are Democrat, 1 is the conservative. 2 of them have been appointed by President Bush and President Biden, and the one that is conservative by President Donald Trump. So somehow the highest court within the United States, the Supreme Court, has made the final decision, yet it's now going back to the appeals court. If you pay really close attention, you can see how sad our court system is, that we have millions of illegal immigrants pouring into our country. They're getting everything for free. Americans are struggling. They are not passing any valid bills or actually helping our country. Yet they do have the time and resources to allow millions of illegal immigrants that are getting everything for free to now have constitutional rights without being arrested, without being charged for coming across the border illegally. You have to see the plan here. This is truly disheartening, but I am still hopeful that it will go back and the final decision will be made that the SB 4 immigration law can be imposed by Texas, because we as America truly need to stop these millions of illegal immigrants crossing our border. Now, I'll make sure to keep you updated with any of the most recent changes in this case, but I'm so glad that the Supreme Court decided that the SB 4 immigration law can be applied in Texas to battle illegal immigration, to arrest illegal immigrants, to charge them with criminal trespassing or send them back over the border where they came from, to hopefully minimize the illegal immigration and the enticement and the benefit of coming here that all illegal immigrants see. I do not understand how anyone could support illegal immigration, that there's millions of people from many countries. You don't know where they came from. You don't know who they are. You don't know their criminal history. And the fact that you're okay with giving them everything for free where people in America are struggling is beyond my understanding. I will be crossing my fingers that everything will, this case, end up on the right side of the justice system, of punishing unlawful entry to our country, and that this illegal immigration is going to be finally stopped once and for all. And this is definitely a great first step. As always, thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. May God bless America. And I will see you in my next episode.